Alright. Alright. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. This. Alright. Give me a second to eat some ramen. I'm starving. After doing a workout this morning, so I want to eat something in my stomach. Welcome back to part 3. So after we had our issues with part 1, with some of the technical issues, after getting the support from somebody in the community, or well, I'm assuming someone in the community, the GreedFall community, not my community, we finally figured out how to heal. We really progressed through the beginning part. We got through the introduction scene, and now we were captured after becoming sages. And some people helped us escape, and now we found our refugee families. And now we found them at the camp. We're gonna go talk to them and kind of progress the story as it goes along. And yeah, here we go. Also, can we just talk about how great that little intro music is? I want to give credit where credit is due. The musical team behind that, the singer behind that, that's a 10 out of 10 for an intro. I'll have to read the lyrics later on, but golly, that slaps.
Na everoid da regu anedidem, es radei am tegai.
Es kaolai merto.
Alright.
Aridenger, esata harragau da eludem. Radita garat nilan kud em galundar samelsa. Navreg sa enig. Es anum yalinit en
It's a name you can't forget, a name that takes on its true meaning here.
And Walker, you came too.
I've still got a few things to check before we set off again.
I'm glad you've come all this way with us. Stay as long as you like.
How are you doing after all this excitement?
Fine, thanks to you. Those fools treated me well, but it wouldn't have lasted if they'd sold me. I'm a little afraid to go fishing in the same place again, though. I'll have to find another spot, and get someone to fix my harpoon. It suffered more from the fight than I did.
Would you like me to try and mend your harpoon? I come from a fishing village and I am familiar with this variety of tools.
The shining scales. Yes, I heard. You could say we're lucky in our misfortune. Here you go.
It's lost a bit of its balance, but at least you'll soon be back to fishing.
Thank you very much. The winds that carried you to us were truly blessed.
Hell yeah. We're doing it. Who are you?
Ever quetsiat dad. Siens tugiam na siens tranagu so ya an clywed end reduven.
That literally
Na
looks like me.
faber quidquins do. Na fravins on quest.
Hages arulam to do linkwid au oilem en quincy de quese i sadama da hanedislan.
No. San caurto. Sag nasiet. Asa vegum nasiet.
If we are to take sides, you should tell us more about what you're arguing over.
I want to leave. I've spent enough time here recovering from our imprisonment. I know that more of our people are still prisoners, and I just can't sit here and do nothing about it.
And I want him to stay here with me. I'm afraid of this land. that seethes with evil. I'm afraid of its violent inhabitants and what they might do to him. I don't want to lose my beloved because he wants to be a hero.
You say that more of our people are still prisoners. What do you know about it?
I know that when I escaped from the place where I was locked up, there were others who couldn't follow me. I can't imagine how they're suffering right now. Some were already gravely ill.
Where was it?
It was near their very large village, in huge rooms dug into the ground. I couldn't show you on a map, but I think I could find my way back.
Okay.
You say you suffered. You weren't locked up with your husband.
No. When the journey on the great ship was over, I was taken to a place with the other women and young boys. A merchant traded us one after the other like goods. A man took me away and... I don't want to talk about what he did to me, I can't. But I know that people in this land are evil, and I never ever want to go through that again. And I don't want Virgo to leave me all alone.
Is this camp really safe?
Yes, we've been here for weeks, and no one has ever bothered us.
We've been hiding here like rats, only going out at night to find a bit of food. That's no way to live. And who's to say we won't be found sooner or later?
We won't stay here forever. Rumor has it that you're going to help us get back to Tefradi, right?
Indeed. My Nord friend has promised to do everything in her power to ensure that we can return home.
You see? Why risk our lives when we could just wait?
Virgil, I understand your point of view and your desire to save our kinfolk. But
Hi,
Seymour
Kate.
has suffered enough.
Oh, you said
After
Mimi.
what she's been
Ew.
through, she needs you. She needs your support and your presence.
He's right. Don't leave me all alone. Without you, I don't know what will happen to me. I'm so scared when we're apart.
Oh my.
My beloved,
Shut up. I know you're joking.
I'm sorry. I was only thinking of those I left behind. I hate that I didn't save them.
With my friend's help, we might be able to find them and rescue them. You can tell us how to get to them, but you must stay here with the woman you love.
You're right. I've behaved like a blind fool. Forgive me, my beloved.
I was swiping a text. You
Thank
good,
for
homie.
your
I don't
wise
care.
words.
Okay. I need to take off my watch. It's bothering me. Okay.
Ka ir na sien sa oid knoidi e koidi. Quod madidesme.
Sie and ever roidu da already, mameunde?
Na estega.
Essa dis. Dega dag da suis feruen.
Est.
Alright, what do you gotta buy? Look how much money I fucking have. Chili has 5 the quantity and 10 each. Gimme. Give me. Give me. Give me. Just let me buy it all. And then let me talk to you again.
Quadradi.
De
Ad.
Can I not sell?
Quadradiud.
Rusty hunting knives?
your Tirsimat. How do you feel?
To be finally free and surrounded by friends does wonders. But this earth has brought me some very mysterious dreams.
To me too. Dreams full of darkness and anger.
Many Donegada feel the same thing. This earth is sick.
Sick? What do you mean?
It's difficult to explain it to someone who is not bound.
When we were on our island, the bond gave us a...
Maru. Atirta Diana Fravendan and Uman. Farne Krimoderen that Ruinam.
Okay, Snape. Move, lady.
Memedad.
Incredible.
Not gonna lie, I would stop shooting just to see how that all happens. Hey, yo! Crab lady.
Shoot, but do not kill it. I want that thing alive.
Careful! She has lost all control of herself!
Oh, we gotta fight it?
Let's show them what we're made of! Armor is broken!
Without my deflection, this could end badly for me.
What do you mean you failed to heal?
Flee und wench at Okavir.
Alright. Q.
Be careful. Your armor no longer protects you. Heal yourself.
I can't get up!
May the enlightened be with me. I sense that my hour is near. May the enlightened be with me. I sense that my hour is near. Your armor won't protect you anymore. Be careful.
My armor is completely ruined.
Without my deflection, this could end badly for me.
Get up! Get up! What do you want? I literally couldn't do anything. Move! Oh my god.
At least I won't die at the end of a rope.
No.
My armor's not good anymore.
Heal yourself. You're wounded. It's too early for us to let you join the Enlightened.
My armor.
We did it. Okay. Holy shit. Good thing I bought everything.
It's no use. We cannot fight it. We must flee.
No, you're fine. I understand you're at work.
Let's head for that boat.
I'm off at 2 today? Oh, nice. Okay, mouse, get off the screen. Okay, we're gonna quickly save here. Okay. Oh, he has two? Alright. What up, GPB? How you doing, buddy? Now we save again. After we updated everybody. Where do we... I'm so tired, man. Fucking same.
Hurry up. Everyone is aboard.
Hang in there, son! Damn it! She followed us. Get up, son! Hurry! Oh, no!
Let me kill him. Let me kill him.
Come aboard, soldier! I'm not gonna let you die!
Take my hand!
That's the same person that tried to kill us, I'm pretty fucking sure. Why are we helping him? I would have let him die. 100%. Fuck that dude. Try to kill us. He captured us. I think he was the dude that captured us in the first place. Xantis?
Xantis, my homeland.
happy to be back on solid ground. Welcome home, Alfida, and welcome to your guest. It was quite a feat to reach the island in that nutshell. An accomplishment worthy of a great captain. Speaking of which, you've been summoned by the Council of Admirals. Don't keep them waiting.
Thank you. I'll go and see them as soon as possible. You should come with me. I'm gonna need to introduce you in any case. You are my guests here.
Very well. Lead the way.
Alright. So I got another skill. I got another attribute. And I got a talent, so I need to get that alchemy up. Alright. You need... that, and your attribute should be... Alright, your skill, we'll do that. Alright, your skill will be that. Your thing will be... Oh... Holy shit. Okay. Every fucking time. God damn it. Let me quickly save. I like me saves. Oh god, there's so much to this area. Okay. So, going this way.
The council is expecting us, and I'd rather not keep them waiting.
We're going.
Enter through here. The Council of Admirals awaits you.
All right. Ramen done. Yum, yum, yum.
Ah, welcome home, Alvida, and welcome to you traveling with her.
Yugxantis is delighted to have you here.
However, Alvida, you haven't been summoned here just to exchange pleasantries. Rather, we would like to understand how you got here.
Well, we had to leave the Tynean coast quickly. We had no choice but to take a fisherman's skiff. It's small, but strong. I thought I'd head straight for Yugxantis, and that's what I did. I know the stars and the currents like the back of my hand, so I had no trouble finding my way back to our island.
You made it through the Serpent's fans in this nutshell, without losing a passenger.
That's right. My companions can confirm that we didn't lose anyone at sea.
Although it's unfortunate that you had to borrow this vessel, you've accomplished quite a feat in sailing it all the way here.
No one has managed to sail through the Fangs in such a small boat in over 100 years.
It seems only logical to me that we should nominate our Nort sister Alvida for the title of captain, so that she might have a decent ship at last.
I second this proposal. Let's give her a ship.
I also support this proposal. She shall have her ship.
Very well. I am recording our Nort sister Alvida in the register as a new captain.
You'll be able to return to the sea soon, Alvida, as soon as we can get you a ship. In the meantime, you'll have to add to your tattoos. You know where to go. We've already informed the Ink Mistress. Your friends can go with you, or they can wait for you at the inn. Remember that on this island, as when at sea, you are responsible for your guests, since they aren't Norts.
The council has ruled and adjourned. Away.
Fucking idiot. Hold on. I got some jabroni in my fucking chat. Not chat warning. Report. Ban. Boom. Alright. We banned the bot in the Twitch chat. Alright. Before we continue, give me like a quick second. I'm gonna grab my my protein bar. Oh, my legs, chat. Yeah, I can definitely feel, chat, the workout. So I did a mile, or not a mile. I did an hour on the treadmill, 3 miles an hour, so 3 miles. And then I did shoulder presses, 3 sets of 10, and then 2 sets of 5. Kind of push myself a little bit extra with the other 2 sets. And then I did leg presses and leg extensions. 3 sets of 10 each. And yeah, I can feel it. Okay.
Congratulations. You must be happy to see that the Council has acknowledged your talent.
Yes, it's an honor. There's nothing like recognition from your peers to... Watch out. That woman coming towards us is Bridge Alliance. What do you want?
Only to speak to you and to warn you.
Warn us or threaten us? My friends have already suffered enough from your...
Please. I am no threat. Let me introduce myself. My name is Safia. I am an explorer and cartographer, and I'm indeed from the Bridge Alliance. From your reaction, I take it you've suffered at the hands of the people of my nation, and for this I am truly sorry. I know that some of my people can be extremely cruel to the natives of Teer-Fradee. However, I am not one of them. I believe that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all, but it is gained through discussion, not slaughter.
You said you wanted to warn us about something.
There is an emissary from my nation here in Yuxantis, and she's a member of a faction that has a very contemptuous view of those from your island. They believe your people should be enslaved, or worse yet, used for experiments. This emissary isn't alone. There are guards with her. I wanted to warn you to be careful. It's very possible that she means to harm you.
What are you doing in Yuxantis?
A most excellent question. I'd also add, who invited you? Foreigners aren't allowed to stay in Yuxantis unless they have an invitation. So...
As I told you, I'm an explorer and a cartographer. I've been exchanging letters with the head of your library for years. I sent him a few of my maps, which he kindly corrected, and I've gathered information for him on occasion during my travels. He invited me here so we could finally meet. I'm not allowed into the library, but our conversations have taught me much, and I couldn't pass up the chance to visit the Nort's famed island.
Why have you come to warn us? You don't know us. We're nobody to you.
I'm a traveler. I've met people from many countries and cultures, and I've always enjoyed these encounters. When I met the emissary from the Alliance, I quickly realized which faction she belonged to, though outwardly, she appears friendly. They believe themselves to be superior, and this belief leads them to look down on everyone else. These people are a plague on the Alliance. They undermine it from within, convinced they're furthering its cause. Personally, I believe in what the Alliance represents. The true Alliance, that is. And I despise their attitude towards others. That's why I wanted to warn you.
You know what? Fair enough. I'm not even mad. So we gotta make our way, I'm assuming this way. So let's go left. Because we gotta unlock more of this place, right? Ooh, shiny. Ooh, double shiny. Don't mind me, bros, just excavating and... So there's many fast travel points on this island? Okay. This island is, like, pretty fucking great, and I'm happy. Oh, you selling something?
Welcome to Archibald. Could I interest you in my potions, all of which are...
Look at... Please tell me you see that. Hashtagging mob feather uncommon. Fur, claws, animal saliva, actually. You never know. Okay, sorry, baby woke up and Talia threw a fit. Damn. Same though. Ooh, another fast travel point? Yo, can this island get more of these? Ooh, wait, actually, hold up. Minor potion of healing? Oh, hell yeah. How many potions do I have? Oh, 23. Oh, I loved having 23 potions. Alright. Oh, wait. Can I open this? No, okay. Who are you?
Hello? Welcome to my workshop. I'm the Ink Mistress, and before you ask, no, I don't tattoo foreigners.
Hello, mistress. I'm no foreigner, and the council sent me.
Alvida! Everyone's talking about you. Your father must be so proud. Sailing to our island in a skiff. I don't think I've ever recorded such a feat in ink. It will be an honor to mark you, Captain.
Lady.
Thank you. Now come over here and sit down. I hope your friends are patient. This is gonna take a while.
Yeah, I don't think I have a choice.
There. Now everyone can take one look at you, and they'll know who you are and what you've accomplished. Take care of the ink for the next few days. The scars will be sore.
I know. I remember the last time I was here. Thank you, mistress. Goodbye.
Alright, well.
Savages and traitors to their race. We'll teach you your true place.
There we go.
Is everyone all right?
Drop your weapons. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? For defending ourselves?
So you say. A witness came to tell us about a fight. We ran over and saw you kill those visitors. Just follow us, you lot, and don't make a fuss.
Wait, officer. This group is my responsibility. I've given my word as captain. They are my guests.
Indeed. That's unfortunate. You should choose your friends more carefully. Round them all up!
Have you forgotten our laws, officer? You can only arrest the person who is responsible. Our guests are free.
These people have committed a serious crime. They murdered these visitors, and...
This may be a tragedy, but it doesn't change our laws. Only the captain will pay for the crime, if it is proven.
All right, then. Take the captain. As for you lot, I hope you realize what you've done.
Wait! Where are you taking her?
She'll be held in the Harbor Master's office while she awaits her trial. I'll make sure you are able to speak with her if you wish.
We should go tell the others what happened.
Is everything all right?
News travels quickly around here. We were attacked as we left the workshop with Alvida. A group of armed Alliance men attacked us and we were forced to defend ourselves. They all died. And the guards who arrived just seconds later accused us of murdering them. They wanted to throw us into prison again. The master of the shipyard stepped in. And since we are Alvida's guests, she was the only one of us arrested.
The Alliance doesn't seem to want to leave you in peace.
A woman we met after our meeting with the admirals warned us. She told us there was an Alliance emissary in Yuxantis, and that they might cause us serious problems.
We can't just stand by and let Alvida rot in jail. I already organized one jailbreak. Why not another?
We'd better go talk to her before we do any such thing.
Fausta's right. This is an island, so we won't be able to escape as easily as we did in Tainir. Alvida knows far better than we do how things work around here. Her advice will be most valuable.
We could try to find the lioness you spoke of, the one who warned us. She undoubtedly knows more than she told us.
Since you don't seem too keen on my idea of an escape plan, we could at least try to find some witnesses who saw what happened.
Mm-hmm.
We could go and talk to the Ink Mistress. We were practically on her doorstep, so she must have seen something.
Hello? Looking to buy furniture? Hey, I recognize you. You're the captain's friends. The ones who were attacked earlier.
Were you there during the attack? Could you tell us exactly what you saw?
Yes. I'm at my workbench from sunup to sundown, and it happened right on my doorstep. So I saw everything. I heard those foreigners from the Alliance hurling insults, and I saw them attack. All you did was defend yourself. Then the guard came, followed by the master of the shipyard. And they took the captain away. I'm sorry about what happened to you.
That's wonderful. How fortunate. With your testimony, we'll have no trouble getting Alvida out of jail.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
How so?
I don't have a very good reputation. No one on the council will listen to me. And besides, I don't think Captain Alvida will let me take the stand to defend her. She despises me more than anyone else.
What do you mean?
I don't like to stir up the past, but you should know that I used to be a shipwright. I was respected, and my work was highly praised. Until the accident. It was a terrible accident. Since then, I haven't been allowed to touch a ship. I had to learn a new trade. And here I am in this shabby workshop, tinkering with chairs. My testimony would be worthless.
I understand, but we may have no choice but to call on you.
If you do, I'll be happy to testify to what I saw. But think hard before you call on me. My word could do you more harm than good.
We'll leave you to your work. Goodbye.
We should try to find out more about what...
You have 6 health, my boy.
what this man did before we decide whether or not to use his testimony. Alvida will surely know.
We'll talk to Alvida in a minute.
Fish! Who wants fish? Hello? Feel like a lovely piece of flounder? Caught just this morning.
Did you see the attack that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's shop?
No, I was in the back. I only saw the tail end of the fight. I saw the guards show up, followed by the master of the shipyard. But the Alliance men were already dead. You killed them all. Now, if you don't want any fish, I'd like to get back to work. Foreigners' affairs don't concern me.
Alright, well. At least you're honest, you know?
The sea is calm today. It's perfect for sailing.
Alright, let's quickly save. Alright, and we'll go to the journal. You need to find anyone who was a witness to the attack and get settlements from them. There are merchants who have stalls in the square. You should start there. Sylvia the Carpenter has agreed to testify in the trial, but he seems to be burdened with a heavy secret. Fishmonger didn't see the attack of the time.
What do you want? I told you already. I don't tattoo foreigners.
We're looking for witnesses who saw the fight that took place in front of your workshop.
You're not going to kill me too, are you? I didn't see anything. After I finished Alvida's tattoo, I started cleaning my tools. I heard a commotion outside, but I didn't go out there. I'm not a guard, I'm an artist. Please don't hurt me.
We're not here to hurt you. We just want to help our friend Alvida, who's been arrested.
Really? Since the attack, everyone's been saying that the foreigners on the island are just there to cause chaos and to rob and kill us.
Rest assured, that is not our aim.
At any rate, I wasn't lying. I heard noises, yes, but I didn't see anything. I didn't go outside.
What kind of noise? What exactly do you remember?
Let me think. I remember the door closing. I was picking up my tools when I heard someone shouting. Just after that, I could hear fighting. Then things calmed down and I heard the guard arresting someone. You, most likely.
Do you remember what was shouted?
I didn't hear everything. It wasn't very clear. I think I heard the words savage and traitor. And then something about a place?
They did indeed insult us before attacking us. And since you heard the sounds of fighting after that first sentence, it contradicts the testimony that we attacked those people for no reason. I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to repeat what you just told us in front of the council. Alvida shouldn't have to pay for the misdeeds of the foreigners who wanted to settle their score with us.
All right. I'll testify if you call me as a witness. I admire Alvida. She doesn't deserve this.
Nope.
If these people can explain what happened, we should surely be able to get Olvido out of prison.
One of the witnesses is considered unreliable, and the other didn't see anything. It's not much, but it's better than nothing.
Absolutely right. But if we can use both witnesses to say, like, I saw it, I can testify. I heard it too, I can testify. Bada boom, bada bing. We got it. Alright, go back to Alvida at the harbor office. And then find the man who falsely accused us. I kind of want to explore more of this area. Oh, the inn. Okay, the master of the shipyard told you there is a witness who claims to have seen the whole scene and reported you to the guards. You must find him to find out why he's lying. Maybe that'll come soon?
I'm sorry, emissary, but all we could do was arrest the knot who was vouching for the foreigners who murdered your men.
Well, look who's here. The savage murderous brute we were just talking about. You must know that I won't let you get away with murdering my men. And I won't let this poor captain pay for your crimes either.
Essa quen moi name natrem o lion. Ma clausum dat sies freugum se gante camolto sidi.
Sir, I would like to know if you...
I've got nothing to say to you. Because of your savagery, one of our sisters is in jail. Get out of here!
This charming, biased bunch won't help us at all. Come on, let's go see Alvida.
That's right. Go and mock the woman who's rotting in prison because of you. See you at your trial.
We should try to learn more about this woman and what she's doing here.
Wait a minute.
Sorry to see you locked up in here when you've just been named captain.
It's just a...
There you are. I'm glad Alvida wasn't wrong about you. And you're just in time. I'm going to need your help. The Alliance's emissary has decided to support the murder charge against you. For our young captain's sake, I've decided to defend you. I know our laws well, but I'm going to need evidence and witnesses.
The head guard mentioned a witness who alerted them and told them that we attacked those men. We tried to find out who it was, but he wouldn't tell us.
If I was being generous, I'd say it was to protect the witness. But in truth, our dear head guard hates foreigners. He's furious and frustrated that he couldn't put you in jail and had to lock Alvida up instead. If you need to find out more about this witness, and I do agree that it's a very relevant lead, then I'd recommend trying to get him drunk. He can often be found at the tavern, drowning his bitterness in ale.
What other evidence or testimony should we look for?
Any witnesses who could give a different version of the events would be helpful. I doubt there's much physical evidence to be found, unless it was a setup. And in that case, there were most likely messages sent that you might be able to get your hands on.
Thank you for defending us.
Of course, I don't trust this emissary, and I like Alvida. I'll let you talk to your friend now. But don't forget to come back here once you've gathered enough evidence to exonerate yourselves. Once you've done that, we'll start the trial. See you later, my young friends, and good luck.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
As well as possible, locked up in a cell. I can't complain. Since I'm a captain, I'm treated with respect. In any case, it looks like it's my turn to need help getting out of jail.
We found witnesses who saw what happened.
I knew you would.
You were right. But the only person who saw the whole thing told us his testimony would be of no use.
Why? Who is it?
A carpenter. A former shipwright, if he's to be believed.
Don't say another word. I know who you're talking about. Silvio. It really does seem like the odds are stacked against us. I can't believe it. Of all the people in Yuxantis, it had to be this incompetent, murdering fool who witnessed the scene.
What did he do?
It's more a question of what didn't he do. He was a shipwright, like he told you. He was in charge of repairing ships before they set sail. My mother's ship, in particular. But he didn't do his job. Whether out of laziness or negligence. At the very first storm she encountered, the ship sprang a leak and sank. I lost my mother because of him. And now you're telling me he's the only person who can prove our innocence?
I'm afraid so. The Ink Mistress only heard the fight, so her testimony won't help us much.
And that man's won't help us either. Since my mother's death, he was banned from working for the Nauts. Why do you think he became a carpenter? Nobody trusts him anymore.
I understand your concern, and it's true that he's not the best witness we could hope for. But without him, we have nothing. Please, we must let him report what he saw.
Fine. But we better have more evidence, because his word won't carry much weight. Who brought the Alliance men here, and why did they attack us like that?
We'll keep investigating.
Thank you for your help. When you've gathered enough evidence, go find the master of the shipyard. He's offered to defend us.
If I've understood correctly, we need to question the head guard to find out where we can find the liar who claims they saw us attack those people. I love toying with this kind of ball. Let's go to the tavern and then leave it to me. I'll make mincemeat of him.
Where's the tavern? Let's go walk around and see if we can find the actual tavern.
ship has left port without him. Oh, what a shame. I'm sorry. I'm not really in the mood to talk right now. My son Diogo should have left with this ship, but he didn't show up. I can't help but worry.
Do you know where he could be right now?
If I knew, I wouldn't be here worrying. His captain was furious. She had no idea where he could have gotten to. Diego can be reckless, and I know he explores the island from time to time. And to be entirely honest, we had an argument before he left. I keep imagining the worst. If you happen to find him, could you tell him to come back to town as soon as possible?
We could help you find him, but we'll need some information.
Of course. I'll answer as best I can.
Does your son have a special place he likes to go? A hiding place, perhaps?
He's always loved exploring the island, but I don't know of a favorite spot. He often leaves the city and goes into the wilderness, but I don't know where or why he goes there. To tell you the truth, I'm just now realizing that I'd never asked him. I've never even offered to go with him. Oh, I hope nothing has happened to him.
Does your son have a special place?
Oh.
Do you know of any friends who might know where he is?
The friends he had as a child are all at sea. Here, there's not a single one left. He sometimes spends time at the glassmaker's workshop in town, but I don't think they're really friends. However, glassmaker is probably the person who's seen him the most recently. More than me, anyway. He has a stall in the market square.
You mentioned an argument. What was it about?
His future. See, we're all proud Naughts in our family. My parents were both Naughts. My brother is a Naught, a guard on the docks, and I was a sailor for as long as I could be. I'd give anything to be able to sail again. But since my accident... Well, that's beside the point. Diogo doesn't seem to have the same taste for the salt air the rest of us do. I told him he was an embarrassment and he stormed out. I blame myself, of course, but I just wish he'd be reasonable.
We're going to look for him. Don't worry. We'll have him back here in no time.
Thank you. I hope you find him safe and sound.
Alright, let's keep going. So we're gonna find his son first.
Are you lost? Do you need directions?
Thank you. We're just passing through.
Fuck me, I guess. Alright. I mean, we are in Foreigner Square, so I'd assume we'd be able to move around in Foreigner Square, but I guess I could not. Alright, let's go back to the marketplace.
Looking for a sword? Oh, I've got.
You got everything I need, huh? What do you got? Trash?
Hello, could I interest you in buying any glass jars? Or lenses, perhaps?
No, we've come to ask you a few questions about young Diogo.
Whatever has he done to merit foreigners looking for him?
His father is very worried and asked us to help find him. He seems to have disappeared.
That stubborn fool Telmo would even attempt to understand his son. Maybe he wouldn't have run off. Fine, go ahead and ask your questions.
Telmo told us that his son sometimes leaves town, but he couldn't tell us more. Do you know where Diogo might have gone?
Well, maybe. This boy's a bit of a wild one, who seeks out the solitude of nature to clear his mind. I know he often goes to a beautiful arch crafted by nature. It's a quiet and majestic place. Well, if you want to find it, head northeast out of town and you'll find the arch just before a rope bridge.
Okay.
You seem to know why Diogo has disappeared. Could you tell us more?
No, that would be presumptuous of me. Let's just say I know there's tension between the father and his son. But even if Diogo ran away from his father, something could have happened to him. The boy doesn't usually leave for long, so it's strange that he hasn't returned already.
Could you tell us what you think might have prompted his departure?
You've seen Telmo. He dreams of a brilliant sailing career for his son, since his own career was cut short. He's never asked himself what his son wants or what he hopes for his own future. He simply decided for him. That happens often enough, but Diogo is just as mule-headed as his father. So I'm not surprised that he decided to run away on the very day he was due to embark.
What is your relationship with the boy?
Well, I don't know what you're thinking. He's been coming to my workshop regularly for several months now. He talks, I listen, and he watches me work. I've taken a liking to the boy. He's curious and would make an excellent apprentice. Believe me, this is not something I say lightly. Glassmaking is a difficult trade, and there aren't many young people with the patience to learn. Diogo has shown a genuine interest in my art, which moved me. I have to admit, I hoped he would agree to work with me. But although he complains about his father, I know he doesn't want to disappoint him either. He'll probably end up a sailor to make him happy.
We'll leave you to your business.
Thank you. I hope you find the boy. He's a good lad.
So northeast of town. Going into the wilderness. So just keep following the path. Excuse me. So, his father's a sailor. Life got cut short. He wants his son to be a sailor. His son doesn't want to be a sailor, and now they had a big argument and he ran away. Got it. mouse off the screen. Stop it. A lot of free loot. You gonna... You not gonna fight? Get off my screen! Damn, I thought we found it. Look at these. Alright, let's keep going. take that. Say, like, am I missing something? Is he muted? No, I'm not muted. Sorry, I was focused. Alright, it's happy to hear you. Well, we're good. All good. Yeah, I noticed after I sent you that, you started talking. Yeah. Yeah, my bad. I'm just super focused on the game. How was your appointment yesterday? It was good. Talked about a lot of things, got a lot of things off my chest, so I feel better. And I can move on and focus on me. Did I miss something? Ludwig. Heal the lady. Heal Ludwig. Heal you. My day as well? Good, I'm glad to hear that. Heal you. And now we go. And we get this fucking thing off my screen. Oh, Diogo!
Hello, Diogo.
What the? Foreigners? Who sent you, Captain Nina?
No, the captain didn't send us. She set sail. But we met your father. He was very worried about you.
My father? Oh, he must be so angry. I shattered his dreams and brought shame to our family. He insists I become a sailor, but he's never asked himself if that's what I want. Never mind. You wouldn't understand.
My dear child, if you knew my family, you'd know that the domain of paternal shame is one I master completely. Go on, tell us about it.
I get seasick, and I don't like being on the water. I'm terrified of the sea. How could I ever explain that to my captain? Or to my father, who comes from a long line of naughts and dreams that one day I'll take over for him?
Is that why you ran away? You were afraid of his reaction?
Yes, but it wasn't just that.
Is your father violent?
No, he just looks at me with disappointment, like I'm worthless. I mean, that's what he does when he listens to me. Most of the time, he just pretends nothing is wrong. I told him I was afraid of the sea, and all he said was that I'd get over it. What I really want to do is become a glassmaker. I want to make new objects to better observe the sky. I know he'll never accept that. He'd disown me instead, but maybe you could convince him to listen to me.
How so?
Maybe he'll listen to you if you tell him that glassmaking is a noble trade.
We can try to talk to him, but from what you've told us, he might not listen.
You're the first people to agree to support me. That's already a start, believe me. Before you showed up, I decided I'd rather throw myself overboard than disappoint my father. So thank you very much. Truly.
I hope you've put that idea out of your head for good. Meet us at the dock your ship was supposed to leave from. That's where your father is waiting for us.
I'm already on my way.
Well, cool story. But now... Alright, so... Oh, we can make camp over there? Actually, I didn't know we went straight north. Alright, let's make camp and rest, so I don't have to waste points. What should I order for lunch? What are you in the mood for? Game. No clue. Oh, hopefully it saved as I rest, because I didn't save. GreedFall. Why? You move for nuggies? Did you get nuggies yet?
From another
Oh, thank God.
the doubt,
I can't decide of a burger or chicken or maybe Wingstop. Do a burger. No, you know what? Do Wingstop. Get that kind of nuggy thing going. Alright, we're gonna rest till dusk. Now, if you excuse me, pardon me. Energizing potion, minor healing potion. Make 4. Oh, because I need animal saliva. Hey, I got more potions. That's all that matters. Alright. Anal saliva? No, animal. Animal saliva. There was a whole gaggle of bitches here. Did they go away? I don't think they're here, gang. The guy was legit about to ready to fight. Double barrel pistol and a necklace! Fancy jewelry. Compromising that. Receipt of payment signed by Captain Durati and Zahadi. I understand Durati declared their receipt. Okay, let's read this. A sum of 600 coins to go and find the guard when the signal is given to me and report about an attack. I witnessed the attack. About an attack I witnessed. The attack I will report about was carried out by savages from Tir Fradi who attacked members of the Alliance. In the event that any of the Alliance men are killed, I promise to testify against the savages at the trial in exchange for an additional 500 gold. Okay. Durati Zahid. Beginning of Zahid's report to the general. My general, in order to erase any compassion the Nauts may feel for the savages from their mind, I arranged for a small group of Tirfredians who are present on the island to be ambushed by some men from my Rituni. Probably just group, okay. A man paid by me would then testify that my men were taken by surprise in an unprovoked attack. I had hoped They would kill the savage and witness the testimony. 1 second, chat. Witness the testimony. Oh, Savage and the witness's testimony would be enough to close the case, especially since I spread as many rumors as possible about how dangerous the Savages were. Unfortunately, and most certainly with the help of a handful of people from the continent who were with them, the men lost their lives. However, the man I paid off has already sworn to testify in case. Sorry, I was trying to do two things at once. Testify in the case, which would then settle the matter. I have no doubt that my indictment will be sufficient to make the Nauts present at their trial forget their fondness to Ferdinand. Got it.
This is some sort of contract between the emissary and Duarte, the false witness. It's all very clear. She paid him to alert the head guard and to tell him he'd seen us attacking the others. There's even a bonus fee for going to trial. There's also a note, undoubtedly for a future report. It explains the entire plan. I should read it in more detail. This could turn the tables at the trial.
So not only did we just prove our case, and we didn't have to fight. Alright, guess we got everything we need. We really... We rested and we just got out of there. Oh my god, I didn't even pick up this cap. Bet do it. I wonder where this leads. Old Lighthouse Way? I wonder if there's anything cool over here. So not only did they set all this up and we got proof of it, maybe... Okay, these chests are kind of cool, not gonna lie. But now we have, like, concrete evidence that this is all happening. Oh, this makes it even more better. Like, I was just gonna go kill some fucking Alliance members. Because fuck them. But then they all just disappeared and I got a free bunch of loot. Yeah, I was about to fast travel to... Wait, is there like another fast travel point I don't know about? Oh, maybe the camp? No, I don't know. DM'd you a pic? Bet. I had to restart my phone. It was acting weird. Actually, you know what? Before we do that, let's save. And then we'll load up the map. And we'll go here. And we'll take the long way. Kitty. Wrong way.
Diogo, you're home at last. Are you all right? Are you all right? I've been worried about you. Why on earth did you leave like that?
I'm sorry, Father. I needed a place to think.
What the hell is there to think about? Your ship has sailed, you do realize that? Children, they're always thinking too much. But don't worry, I'm sure I can find a captain who'll take you on.
Father.
What? What now?
We had a chance to talk to your son when we found him outside town. He doesn't want to become a sailor.
What in the great depths are you talking about? Look, I'm very grateful to you for bringing my son back to me, but you're foreigners. You don't know how things work around here. Diogo comes from a family of Norse. He's going to be a sailor like his father.
Your son gets seasick. And moreover, he has other ambitions.
What are you talking about? Diogo?
It's true, Father. I'm as sick as a dog at sea, and I want to become a glassmaker. A master glassmaker at that.
I can't believe my ears.
You should let him choose his own path. Isn't your son's happiness important to you?
Of course it is, but this is just a passing fancy. He'll come to see the beauty of the sea, just like my father and I before him.
You think his seasickness will pass?
Of course. It's all in his head.
Please, Father. Why do you refuse to understand? It's my life, after all.
We are Nauts. Our life is the sea. There's nothing to understand.
It seems to me that his desire is not so unreasonable. Glassmaking is not a bad trade, and I'm sure your son will make you proud with his creations.
His creations? We're not a family of artists. We're honest sailors. I realize it's difficult for foreigners to understand our island, but our traditions are our bulwark. This conversation is over. You'll board the next ship and bring honor to your family. Thank you for bringing my son back to me. But now, we've got work to do.
I understand. Goodbye, and good luck for the future.
Damn. Damn. I'm sorry, homie. Shit. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a small bathroom break before we do any more things because I need to go to the bathroom. So, everybody, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do. And we'll be right back. So, yeah. Alright, we're back. Back. Hope everybody went to the bathroom, got something to drink, something to eat, did something else. I don't know. Welcome back. Oop. Alright. Attributes. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Magic protection. And then... Because, yeah, we kind of fucked over that kid, didn't we? Sorry, I was dealing with the kids and I got lunch ordered. No, you're good. You're good. Time to go to the place and try to get more information. Alright.
There's the head guard. I believe the woman from the Alliance, Safia, is over there. Since she's the one who warned us, maybe she can tell us more about the emissary.
Oh, please, let me talk to the head guard. I know I can get him to tell me everything she knows about the liar who's falsely accused us.
What is it?
What was it like living in Olemu when you're from Teleme?
It was difficult at first. Everyone was suspicious of me. I wasn't just a foreigner. I was an enemy.
Did you see the kitty? Yes,
But
I said
learned to
earlier. I
hide
thought it
my
was a cute
differences in
cat.
public, and not to talk about my origins or my beliefs. As for those who already knew, I told them why I was in their country, which reassured them. As an exile, I was seen as less dangerous.
I was really sorry. No, you're all
But
good.
You're right. It wasn't easy. I had to change all my habits, practically change my skin to adapt in order to survive. Sometimes I even forgot where I came from, who I really was. I became the mask I wore. I imagine you're asking me this because you're wondering how you're going to be able to live on the continent.
I'm just pondering it. I'm not ready to follow the same path as you. I couldn't deny who I am for anything in the world. Despite the hostility of many of those we meet, I won't give up my identity or my origins to please them. Tir Fradi is part of me. I can't abandon it.
I understand. You were taken from your land against your will, while I had to go into exile because I'd made a mistake. I wasn't happy about leaving my country, but I had no one to blame but myself. Unlike you, you could take the easy way out and blend in, but you prefer to hold your head high. That's very brave. Dangerous, perhaps even foolish, but brave. And your love for your land and your culture speaks volumes about you. As much as I love my country, I don't know if I'd be willing to take such a risk.
I must leave.
See you later.
Now that we're a safe distance from the prison, I imagine you're expecting me to introduce myself? Sybil de Vespe, at your service. But you must have questions. Who is this mysterious woman, really? How does she manage to remain so elegant after crossing through the sewers in half of Tainea?
Why did you come and free us from prison?
Because it was fun, of course. Like any spoiled noblewoman, I'm desperately bored, and any distraction is welcome. I jest. I simply did my best to respond adequately to my good friend Alvida's request. I wouldn't refuse your thanks, but it would be more fitting for you to thank our kind-hearted Nort.
You right.
How did you manage to enter the prison? You didn't poison all the guards.
No, as you were able to see for yourself. It just so happens that I am. Rather, I was a diplomat in Alima. I was a representative of the merchant congregation there. It gave me a number of privileges, including the right to visit most of the city's official buildings.
You seem quite well equipped for a diplomat.
I'm a de Vespe. We're born with a sword in one hand and a vial of poison in the other.
Why did you come with us? Someone like you must have better things to do than follow a group of freshly escaped Teofradians.
Better things to do, perhaps, but this journey has an absolutely delicious taste of adventure about it. But alas, the truth is far more mundane. After organizing your escape, it would have been difficult for me to keep my position as a diplomat. And besides, let's just say that Alima's climate was beginning to take a toll on my health.
Fair enough.
How do you always manage to make light of everything that happens? As if nothing really mattered.
Believe me, a lot of things are important to me. But derision and levity have saved my life more than once. When you're born into a family like mine, steeped in conspiracy and surrounded by murder, when tragedy and horror are daily occurrences, humor is the only way to keep from sinking into madness. I've seen firsthand what madness can drive us to. All I had to do was look at my dear cousin Octave. No doubt you had a very different childhood.
It's true. I haven't experienced murder and conspiracy, but things haven't always been perfect. My father died when I was a child. He was killed while out hunting. My mother found his body. She was never the same after that. But despite it all, I was lucky. The whole village was there for me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why, but I imagined your life was peaceful before you were taken. We have such an idyllic vision of life on your island. I should have known it was just a fantasy.
Let's talk about it.
Always at...
Nothing worth taking in here? Alright, well, let's get back out. Let's go back downstairs, talk to the guard, get him drunk.
You again? This tavern used to be a place you could drink in peace. Even here, these pesky foreigners seem bent on stirring up trouble.
I'm not here to bother you, but to make amends. I was hoping you'd let me buy you a drink.
I'm not sure I want to make amends with trouble-making foreigners on my island, but I can't refuse a drink. Buy away. I hate to admit you're nicer than I thought. You're foreigners, but you're nice foreigners. It's too bad you're gonna be convicted anyway. I'm so sorry. It's sad.
Sybil, you wanted to speak to this gentleman, I believe.
Absolutely, darling. I've always held guards in the highest regard.
Really?
Of course. What would happen to our cities without these valiant defenders of the peace? They would be submerged in chaos and anarchy. And I'd like to congratulate you on your swift action. No one could blame you for giving credence to a questionable witness.
I appreciate that, but the witness wasn't questionable. He's a naught, and...
Come now, don't you worry. There's no question of your devotion to your duty. But it's obvious that this man was corrupt. He was probably more of a pirate than a sailor.
Not at all. He works as a longshoreman on the docks.
Works? Worked? Because this infamous witness has disappeared, hasn't he? He'll never take the stand. It's so unfortunate that a man like you, so honest and so upright, must pay for someone else's lies.
Well, that's why you're wrong. He's still there, and he's going to testify. He's in the warehouses as usual.
Really? I was lied to. In that case, I'm utterly reassured. You're doing a splendid job.
We've got to flush that rat out of the warehouse where he's hiding.
I'm happy to see you're back, and in one piece. When I heard there'd been a fight among foreigners, I was afraid it might be you.
It was us. Your people attacked us. The guards of this city arrived too late and they accused us. They locked Olvida up, but we were the ones they wanted to punish for defending ourselves against the Lions.
I'm very sorry. I suspected that Zahid's presence in Yuxantis might cause problems. Is there anything I can do to help?
What can you tell us about this woman?
I must admit that knowing she was here gave me reason for concern. So I tried to find out who invited her. Apparently, it was one of the admirals, to strengthen the trade relations between the Alliance and the Nauts. That idea worried me even more. I don't know how much you know about the Bridge Alliance, or the internal tensions simmering just below the surface there. Recently, a group has appeared on the scene, spreading disturbing ideas. They argue for Tyneir's superiority over all other nations, especially the islanders of Teofredi. They're violent, and will stop at nothing to expand their influence, which remains fairly limited for now, thankfully. This woman is part of that group, and the fact that she's here to negotiate with the Nauts could prove dangerous for your people. Whether or not she's behind what happened, she's certain to use it against you.
Do you know where this emissary is staying?
Since she's part of an official delegation, she must be staying at the diplomat's house. However, you'll never get him to admit his involvement just by talking to him. I'm afraid you'll have to find a more indirect method. The innkeeper here is in charge of delivering food to all the buildings where foreigners are staying. Maybe he could help you enter his quarters discreetly.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. I despise this woman and everything she stands for. I hope you can prove your innocence. Oh, I just thought of something. I don't know if this will be of any use to you, but I saw her leaving town once, which intrigued me. A diplomat who's here on official business would have no reason to go inland. I have no idea what she planned to do there, but maybe it would be worthwhile finding out.
Thank you for your help. See you later. See you later, Safia. According to Safia, the innkeeper could help us get into the diplomat's house.
Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid. What'll it be?
Is it possible to order food from you to be delivered?
We sometimes deliver meals to certain homes, in particular to Overseas House when they're entertaining. But we don't do individual deliveries, if that's what you're asking about. Those deliveries are enough of a pain. With the repairs to the wall, my cart can barely get through.
You must have your hands full here. Making deliveries must take up a lot of your time.
Tell me about it. I used to have an errand boy who took care of it, but, well, he decided to jump ship, and here I am, running all over town.
That must cost you a lot of time and money. Because you can't be behind the bar when you're out doing deliveries.
Of course. And, of course, it's always when there are the most customers.
I understand. Now that you mention it, we were just headed to that area. We could drop off your delivery for you if you'd like.
Oh, is that so? What an opportunity. Don't move, I'll bring it to you right away. You're doing me a huge favor.
And I know where to go up.
Are you lost? Do you need directions?
We are delivering food to this house. The tavern keeper sent us.
He usually makes his own deliveries. What's up with him?
He asked us to lend him a hand. He said he had too much work to leave his counter.
Oh, we've been trying to persuade him to hire some help for months. Okay, go ahead. Just leave it all in the hallway. The clerks will take care of the rest.
Why would they have food delivered when they have a kitchen right here? You know what I mean? Like, they have a full fucking kitchen right here. Is there another room? Oh shit. There's nothing in here. Let's keep going. Emissary notes in preparation for the trial, as their legal system is different from ours, I have to be careful not to make any mistakes and remember to consult a book on the subject. However, it seems to me that a head-on approach should be enough to unsettle the savages. Derute, the longshoreman, and his testimony will do the rest. I just need to ensure that idiot is safe in the port warehouse where he works. He has a rather weak constitution, and it wouldn't take much to rattle him and make him run off in a hurry. The judges in the trial will be the admirals and the librarian, Admiral Barcelos, who is our host here, should be on our side. However, Admiral Cabral seems to have rather lofty ideals of justice and her role here. As for the librarian, he's a strange old man. He's going to act mainly as the bailiff, and if I've understood correctly, so it seems that I mainly need to focus my energy on winning over Admiral Cabral. Okay.
These are the emissary's notes. They were used.
Oh shit. Emissary report, General. I'm pursuing this mission you entrusted me with all possible speed. You should be pleased to learn that things are moving in the right direction. The weapons will be delivered in the right place at the right time without any difficulty, and the amount you agreed to. As we suspected, some not are much less scrupulous about national contracts when enough money is at stake. As for our friend, Dr. Azili, all the ingredients, however strange, that he has requested will be delivered to him in Hikmet. With regards to my other mission, it too is well underway. A group of natives from Tier 4D happen to be passing through, which will make my work all the easier. I'll tell you more as soon as it's finished, but you can trust me on this. Yours sincerely, Zahid. Letter from Admiral Barcelos. Dear Emissary Zahid, we would be delighted to welcome you to our island and to serve as your host. As the affairs you mentioned to me seem to be more than justify your visit, you will stay at Overseas House, which is reserved for visiting diplomats. I look forward to meeting you to discuss this matter further. Yours faithfully, Admiral Anonymous letter. My dear Zahid, I'm sorry to hear that your mission has forced you to dirty your hands with those boorish sailors. I admit I have a hard time imagining you soiling your boots in a crude camp in their island's windy, muddy backwoods. I suppose that's what must be done to satisfy the great man, but I, for one, cannot wait until we no longer have to hide like miserable conspirators. Conspirators? What the fuck? And everyone can finally witness the grandeur of our schemes. The general will save us all from this new generation's decline. He will restore our nation's former glory. Now I'm just rambling on. Forgive me. I'm preaching to the choir. At any rate, I'm sending you all my support with the challenges you're facing. Don't ever forget that is all for. Oh my god! Stop. That's probably not a good sign. Let's go back the way we came, since we have all the information we need. And we'll call it a day. Now I have to go to the docks. Oh, I have to go to those docks?
Stop! Foreigners aren't allowed in this part of the port. Move along. Are you the one who found my nephew?
Diogo? Yes, indeed.
Thank you. I won't forget what you did for my family. If there's anything you need, let me know.
We won't forget. Goodbye.
Stop! Foreigners aren't allowed in this part of the port. Move along.
You've got a difficult and thankless job here. What if we could make it a little less thankless?
I hope you're not planning to steal anything or hurt anyone in there. Oh, fine. Go ahead. I never saw you.
No, stop. I love when I order food and it comes covered in something I am allergic to, especially ask for it not to have any of it. They hid it in the fucking cheese on my sandwich too, so I couldn't pick it out for anything. I would report and get my fucking money back. In all honesty. Was he not in the warehouse? He literally just said he was in the warehouse. me just steal right in front of you, homie. Yeah, I'm allergic to onions, so I always request no onion. They won't kill me, but I do get sick if I eat them. I just say I don't like them because when people hear allergy, they think that. Well, I mean, honestly, you gotta say I'm allergic to onions. Don't put onions on that shit. Honestly. Put the fear of whatever fucking god they want to believe it into them. Oh, come on. Look at jump off right here. Alright. Where the fuck is this dude? Hello? Did I forget something here? Do I gotta try talking to all of them or something? What the fuck? I'm allergic to... Oh yeah, so DoorDash doesn't have that option to specify allergies. You can't just put it in the comments, and all the merchants in the area turned off specific modifications that you can type out. Dude, that's honestly why I don't do DoorDash. I fucking hate DoorDash. I love Uber Eats. That shit is the bee's fucking knees at this fucking point. Can I not enter? Okay, I can't enter. Alright, alright, alright. Going backwards.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? You are not allowed in the warehouses.
Uber Eats is
You
so fucking
better
expensive.
leave if
You're
you
not
don't
wrong.
want me to call
but I
the
just
guard.
love it. I love
We've come to see
much
you
easier
because
and
we
better
know
it
you
is.
have to testify against us. The head guard told us where to find you.
Yeah?
So what? What do you want?
We've come to warn you that we found some pretty incriminating documents about you. They prove beyond doubt that you were paid to lie about us. If you show up at the trial, not only will your testimony not hold water, but you'll also be accused.
Shit. This wasn't supposed to happen. That Alliance woman said it was easy money. I won't testify. I don't want to end up in jail.
If it weren't for this Viper's lies, we'd be certain to get justice.
Yep, and now we do.
There you are. Any news? Preparations are underway on my side, but without your help, I'll have trouble defending you.
We found 2 witnesses who could vouch for us. The ink mistress, who heard the scene though she couldn't see it, and the carpenter who witnessed the whole thing. However, the carpenter warned us that his word would carry little weight.
What can the ink mistress report?
That she heard one of the men from the Bridge Alliance insult us before the attack.
So that contradicts the idea that this was an unwarranted attack. But it doesn't justify murder. And this carpenter...
He witnessed the whole thing and can confirm our innocence. But he told us that his testimony wouldn't help us.
I know who you're talking about, and he's not wrong. His past actions mean he's hardly credible. And his support for Alvida could easily be called into question. So if I were you, I'd think twice before putting him on the stand. It would be better to find other evidence, or find the prosecution's infamous witness before going to trial.
We've spoken to the prosecution's witness, who won't be testifying at the trial.
Excellent. I hope you didn't use any underhanded methods that could backfire. But this will give you a much better chance at clearing your names, as the emissary will have nothing to back up her accusations. The whole affair seems suspicious, but the witness's reversal makes me think there's more to it than that. Some dark plot whose inner workings we may never understand.
We discovered that the emissary has a hideout outside the city where she carried out business deals. She had documents there proving beyond doubt that she was behind the whole thing.
I suspected as much. But why would she do that?
So that the Knots would have no sympathy for my people. That they would think we are savages, and would have no second thoughts about participating in our destruction.
It's horrifying, and I'm furious at the idea that someone could have tried to manipulate our people in this way. This emissary won't get away with it, I promise.
I don't know anything about your justice system. What will happen during the trial?
Everything takes place in the Admiral's Council Chamber, which you've already visited. The prosecution, represented by the Alliance's emissary, will present their evidence and their witnesses. We'll be able to cross-examine them, of course, and I'll follow your instructions. Then we'll present our own evidence and witnesses, so all you have to do is tell me who to call and what to present. The witnesses and evidence will be cross-examined by the emissary, who will do everything in her power to find weaknesses in them. Finally, the Council will present its decision, which will hopefully be in our favor.
What are the consequences if we lose?
As a rule, we don't sentence foreigners to death. It would be too risky, since we're too dependent on our wealthy clients. But since you're accused of murder, you could end up in jail for a long time, or banished from Uxantis for life if you're lucky. For Alvida, things are a little different. Although it's rare for a Naut to be sentenced to death for the murder of a foreigner. But if we lose, she'll lose everything. Her rank, her freedom. I hope it doesn't come to that.
We think we're ready for the trial.
I think we have more than
I got
enough to
Buffalo
clear.
Wild Wing for $7. Not bad at all.
Remember to give me all the documents I'll need to show, as well as the names of the witnesses, and we can go.
I got something
Don't
that will
forget
not
that during
come
the
into
trial,
contact with
it will be
onion
up
if I
to you to
find
tell me
one.
who to call
flip
and
shit.
what to share.
Absolutely. All right, time for trial. My not brethren and sisters, be on my side.
Defendants, take your seats. The trial is about to begin. We are gathered here before Admirals Cabral and Barcelos. I shall be representing the inhabitants of this island. Our aim is to clarify the events that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's workshop, which led to the deaths of several of the Bridge Alliance emissaries' escorts. The emissary will represent the prosecution. Is the emissary here and ready to present her arguments?
I am. And I will prove, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that these savages murdered my escort and brought chaos to this island.
The defendants are Captain Alvida and the group of foreigners who are her guests. They are represented by the master of the shipyard.
We are also ready.
Very well. The prosecution has the floor.
Your honors, Nauts, I come here to seek justice for the lives of my men who were murdered on your streets. And I will prove to you that these savages are the killers.
Please explain how your men ended up in this part of town, when they were supposed to be part of your escort.
I'd given them the afternoon off, so I assume they were sightseeing. That's when they were attacked by these islanders and their companions.
Why would they do that?
Because they're savages. Ever since my people first set foot on Tir Fridi, we witnessed nothing but savagery. They constantly reject any form of progress. They kill people, massacre them if need be, and then pass themselves off as victims. They lure far more sophisticated people into their nets and make them pay for their crimes. Which explains why these eminent representatives of other peoples from the continent, as well as Captain Alvida, are here.
This whole speech sounds like an indictment, but you haven't provided any evidence.
This is true. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to call?
I do. I call Longshoreman Duarte to the stand.
Well? Where is your witness, emissary?
I don't have the slightest idea.
You're wasting our time, emissary. Do you have any other witnesses?
I'll call the head guard.
The head guard didn't show up until after the fight.
Don't worry. We can cross-examine him if you wish.
Very well. Can you tell us what you witnessed that day?
We were on patrol in the neighborhood, and a longshoreman came to tell us that some savages had attacked a group of Alliance foreigners. We got there as quickly as we could, but by the time we arrived, the savages were putting away their weapons and the others were lying dead on the ground.
Is there any way they could have just been passing by and had drawn their weapons to assist my men?
No, they were covered in the men's blood, and we saw them finish off the last one as we approached. I'm sorry. I wish we'd gotten there sooner. We could have saved your men.
You did your duty. What could you have possibly done in the face of such savagery? What happened next?
We wanted to arrest them, but the master of the shipyard intervened and reminded us that we could only arrest the captain.
A law that's difficult to swallow when it's obvious that the ones it benefits are the true culprits, and the innocent must shoulder the burden of their crimes.
In the context of this court, you will abstain from criticizing our laws, emissary.
Of course, forgive me. I have no further questions for this witness.
Does the defense wish to question the witness?
Ask him if he can confirm who started the attack.
According to your own testimony, you did not witness the attack, yet you arrested the captain.
Well, those men have been killed, and it was obvious that the captain and her friends were responsible for their deaths.
Really? Would the scene you discovered have been different if these people were the victims of a vicious attack and were only defending themselves?
I suppose the scene would have been the same, yes. But the longshoreman?
Since the longshoreman isn't here, what he told you can't be trusted. What was the first thing the defendants said to you when you tried to arrest them?
They were only defending themselves.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Now that the prosecution
I
has
don't know what I
presented its
said.
evidence and witnesses,
It's been so
it's
long, I
time
don't
for the
remember what I said.
defense to present
I'll move my
its
microphone
case.
closer, though.
It's our turn now. What would you like us to present first? I call the Ink Mistress to the stand. Can you tell us what happened during the attack in front of your workshop?
I was inside my workshop at the time of the attack, and unfortunately, I didn't see the fight.
That's a very useful testimony.
The prosecution will refrain from commenting until the floor is opened. Continue, Mistress.
I didn't see anything, but I did hear what happened. I clearly heard someone shouting something before the fighting started.
Can you tell us what was shouted?
Not entirely, but I distinctly heard the words savage and traitor.
It was the native who was shouting as he threw himself at my men.
No, I didn't recognize the voice. It wasn't any of the defendants. It was a different voice. What's more, I'd like to add that the defendants were thoughtful, not the savages they've been made out to be.
Thank you, Mistress. It seems clear that the attack was preceded by insults that were proffered by the emissary's men. This contradicts her version of the events.
I don't believe a word of it.
Madam, we have tolerated your repeated interruptions, despite our request to respect the protocol. But we will not tolerate you questioning the word of an eminent figure on our island. Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
No, I have no questions for the venerable mistress.
Would you like to call Silvio the carpenter to testify?
I'm not sure that's a good idea, but I'll let you decide.
I don't know this island well enough, so I'll take Alvida's advice. We'd better not call him to the stand.
Although his testimony is the most complete, I agree with you.
Does the defense have any other witnesses to call?
I was thinking of calling Alvida to the stand. You were all witnesses, but her word carries more weight here than yours. What do you think?
Call Alvida. She can testify for us all.
I'm more than willing to answer your questions, and those of this snake.
I call the defendant, Captain Alvida, to the stand. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what happened that day, in your own words?
My name is Captain Alvida. I had just received my new ink when it happened.
Can you remind the court of what you did to earn this new rank?
I sailed from the coast of Tynea to Yuxantis in a fisherman's skiff.
A true feat. Please continue.
We'd barely set foot outside the Ink Mistress's shop when a group of Alliance men approached. One of them shouted at us that we were savages and traitors to our people, and that they were going to show us our true place. Then they attacked us. Fortunately, we were able to defeat them. It was only then that the head guard arrived. He wanted to arrest everyone, and you stopped him. So I was the only one who was taken to jail, since my friends here were my guests.
Thank you, Captain. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
Of course. Captain, are you sure your savage friend here didn't attack my men before you had time to see it? You wouldn't be the first person to trust in these animals and be betrayed by them.
I'm absolutely certain that the events took place just as I described them. And please don't compare my friend to an animal.
Then how do you explain that a Nort longshoreman alerted the head guard and pointed you out as the attackers?
The only explanation is that he was lying.
And who's to say you're not the one who's lying? Your hands are red with the blood of my men.
Emissary, please control yourself. If you show disrespect to the witness again, we will put an end to this trial immediately.
Please, forgive me. I have no further questions.
Master, we have no further witnesses.
We shall now proceed to show our evidence.
We would now like to present some evidence that has come to light in the course of our investigation.
Evidence? Evidence of what?
Emissary, the defense has the floor. Please allow the master of the shipyard to present his case.
I have here a document signed by this very emissary, which mentions an agreement with a certain Duarte, who works as a longshoreman. The document states that this man is to alert the head guard that an attack is taking place against the Alliance's men. It also states that he will have to testify before this court and specifically identify the natives from Tir Fredi as being behind the attack. The reward for this service is a very substantial sum of money.
It must be a forgery. A forgery created by the defendants to escape a fair punishment.
As our master librarian is a handwriting specialist, I suggest that he examine this contract and give us his expert opinion on the matter.
I will look into this during the deliberations. Have you found any other evidence?
We would like to present this report, which was found in a hideout, where this very emissary was participating in suspicious activities.
How dare you? What kind of scandalous accusation is that?
Explain yourself, Master of the Shipyard. It is highly unusual to describe the person representing the prosecution in this manner.
How else can I describe the activities that required the emissary to travel to an obscure cabin in the inland territory? Not to mention the fact that this report describes these activities in great detail.
Lies! Lies and more lies! An outrageous forgery!
Let the defense continue.
The emissary and her men were obviously making deals with some of our more law-averse Nauts to smuggle contraband.
For shame. Master, I'm counting on you to give us these documents so that we can find the culprits.
Yes. We won't let a few bad apples spoil the guild's reputation.
And just how did you find this obviously forged report?
You may ask your questions when the defense has finished. Carry on, Master of the Shipyard.
In addition to the highly instructive explanations of their smuggling activities,
look at this guy. What up, Jay? How you doing, buddy?
Also include a very important element that is of interest in these proceedings. The attack is clearly planned out in detail. The head guard was to be alerted as soon as it took place. If the Alliance men were able to kill the natives, the captain and her companions, then the testimony of the longshoreman and the head guard was to have cleared them of any
It's tired as hell.
suspicion.
I feel that.
If not,
I've been up
well,
since 4:30 in the
we've all
morning. I
seen
did my
how the
workout, and
rest
now I'm
of
getting
the
like that
plan was to
post-workout
play
kind of
out.
like tiredness.
This is unacceptable.
Why would the emissary have planned such a dire scheme that would surely put the lives of her men at risk?
The report is very clear on this point. The aim was to decidedly tarnish the natives' reputation in our eyes. Some are starting to raise their voices here against what's happening in Tier 4D, especially concerning the deportation of the natives. If we all thought the natives were savages and beasts, we'd have fewer scruples about dealing
I've been
with
dealing
them.
with an inner ear infection. Didn't
Wouldn't
sleep
we?
well last night. Ooh.
That's exactly
Oh,
what
that
they
sucks,
are.
homie. I'm sorry to hear that.
Enough, Mom. How dare you?
We will study this report.
Have you been taking in like medicine for
And
it,
if it
or
proves to be
are you just
true,
trying to let it like kind of
you'll
like
be the one to
naturally
answer for
take
it.
care of itself?
Master, do you have any further evidence to submit?
No, we have nothing further to present to the court.
We have nothing more to add.
The defense has presented all of its evidence and will now defer to the council's judgment.
In that case, we will now take leave to deliberate.
I have an
Can't I
antibiotic
plead
eardrops.
my
Bet,
case?
bet.
If you were hoping to make a case for your
I remember the last
ideas,
time I had an ear
you should
infection.
know
That
that's not
it
how
was
things
gnarly.
work
Like it
around
was
here.
just not fun at
The
all. So I
witnesses
can
and the
only
evidence are
imagine what you're
presented,
dealing with.
and
like I
anyone
said,
can examine and
since you didn't
refute
sleep
them,
well
but the
last night because
final
of it,
decision
it probably
is
just
the
affecting not only
council's.
your
We'll
physical but
return
also
once
your
a
mental,
unanimous decision has been made.
just the entire day in general.
The council has come to a decision, and I'll let Admiral Cabral announce the verdict.
Given the evidence that was presented, we have come to the conclusion that the defendants are innocent.
This is a travesty.
Silence. We don't have enough evidence to prove your responsibility in this tragic affair. However, we shall keep a close eye on you from now on.
What do you mean you
so
don't have
you'll
enough
a
evidence?
Nort escort with you at all times. I advise you to finish your business here quickly and return to Tynea as soon as possible. And don't even think about troubling our exonerated guests again.
The council has ruled, and the court is adjourned.
You're free and may do as you please until you're ready to board your ship, Captain.
Captain.
Despite the trial, I've had the shipyard working on it, and it'll be ready to sail with the tide tomorrow.
Captain, I know what you think of me, what everyone thinks of me. But could I have a word with you?
What is it?
I hear you're looking for your mother's logbook. I know where it is.
Is that so? How could you possibly know that?
I'll tell you when the time comes. But I'm gonna need your help before I can tell you what I know.
My help? You dare to ask for my help after what you did?
I have no other choice. Think it over, and if you're interested, come and see me at my workshop.
Haha! You try to frame us.
Well done. You've managed to get out of this scrape brilliantly. I hold this emissary and her vision of the world in the highest contempt. I'm glad you were able to put her in her place.
Thank you for your...
It's...
Alright. This guy's what I don't know about. He's sus.
Ah, my daughter's strange companions. I suppose if I hadn't been involved with that emissary, you wouldn't have had to prove your innocence in this mess. Take time to rest and celebrate the end. When you have a moment, there's something I'd like to talk. A favor you could do for me. For which, now, unless you...
Thank
you.
Alright, so rest, hang out, do whatever, and then come back. Got it! Putting in the work, putting in the effort, getting it all done.
Thank you. Thank you for getting me out of there. I'm sorry that even here, You've once again been victim to the Alliance's evil schemes. But I'll get you home. I swore I would do it, and I shall. Tomorrow we'll have a ship. And even if I can't take you to Tier 3D straight away, it's a first step.
Why do we not leave now? You say you want to take us home, but in the next breath, you tell us we have to wait.
Because this kind of expedition is incredibly expensive. Sailing to Tier 4D takes months and costs a fortune. You're going to need a protector. A patron. But don't look at me. I don't have a coin to my name. My family does, though.
I know someone who wants to go home, too.
Not in the least. I'm very happy to be here with you. You're far less dangerous than my uncle.
We can choose our destination once we're aboard the ship. In the meantime, we can take a break at the tavern or go for a walk. Anything you like, as long as there are no bars on the windows.
Well, let's see what the... Okay, let's quickly save. This game likes to do stuff like that to me. Okay, we'll be ready by tomorrow. You can use this time to explore. You need to adjust rest before the departure. Okay. So... we can go there, wait for this new ship to be ready. Can I go back into the courthouse and talk to the dude? Like, is that a possibility? Excuse me, pardon me. All right.
Hello. How can I help?
Do the Knots always have two admirals?
No, we don't always have. Until recently, there were 3 of us. But old Placido decided to retire. As for our role, we each, when it's, Alright. You're...
Alright. We'll leave. Alright, we'll go back, we'll rest, we'll do whatever. Because I already did everything that I possibly could. Unless I can go back and talk to the carpenter dude who wants to give something to Alvida. We'll see. We will play. Wait a minute, which way am I going? Oh shit, I need to go the other way.
You're back. What kind of...
Alright, so I do have to leave. Okay, well. Did I make any potions? I need animal saliva. Alright. Go back in here. We have to go upstairs. Ooh, Alvida. Wait. Alvida, that's our friend. What are you doing?
I'm listening.
Alright.
Alvida left for the port at dawn. She was excited to see her ship at last. Are we going to meet her?
I mean, we can, unless there's something else we can do. Kind of want to go back and talk to the dude. Because he said he had something to tell us. Maybe he said he has something that he wants to give a lump sum of money for. We also have the carpenter who has the book. So, just depends on.
Hello.
Okay, I guess not. Guess we'll go to the ship and see what Alvida wants if she's ready to go. So I thought we were supposed to go to those people, but apparently not. Let's go see the new ship.
There you are. I'm happy to see you out of that courtroom and cleared of those ridiculous accusations. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
We've still got some unfinished business.
Of course.
So I thought there was other things I had to do. Like the guy wanted to talk about stuff. The Isle of the Knots? Alright, well I guess fucking not. Game, please don't crash on me. Game, what are we doing? What are we doing, homie? What are we doing, homie? We were literally about to go off into the sunset.
From another world, the doubt, the onward, beyond
No. Skill? You said you have equipment. Nope. Stop. Hey, yeah, the double daggers. Oh yeah, and the rusty knives. Attribute. Really, bro? Fuck user and ban user. Fucking jabroni. So we have 2 attribute points.
So, are you ready to go?
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.
Thank you for playing. See you soon. Oh. So we're literally at the... Oh, the early access only gave us part of the story. No. Oh, no. We were literally at the end, too. Alright, that's perfect, because we were going to finish anyways. Alright. Early access GreedFall 2, The Dying World. Let's talk about pros and cons. Let's quit the game. Quickly talk about pros and cons. Let's quickly talk about the pros and cons. Are you ending? The game's over. It was only early access. So, yeah, so let me pull up downloads. Is this one? Perfect. All right, we'll pull this up. And we'll just keep it up here just to kind of have like a background thing. Okay. Let's talk about it. Play something else. Duh. I will after I give my fucking review. Gosh. Early access, so let's keep in mind that this game is early access. Not everything is fully cleaned up, on point, whatever you want to call it. As it stands. Let's talk about as it stands. The pros and cons. The pros. It's a continuation of the story. I like where it's kind of heading. If you've played the first game, which I highly recommend you play the first game, it's a very amazing game, great story, one of the greatest stories I like to listen to, or not listen to, but like it was really good. This game kind of takes off on the same idea that you're dealing with the Bridge Alliance, you're dealing with Ptolemy and the Illuminati's, or not the Illuminati, but the Order of Illuminus. And basically, you have to basically make discernments for yourself. A lot of this game, like last game, is choice based. So like going the extra mile will make a difference on your missions. Going and doing anything like that will be beneficial to you. So like not just blatantly being like, "Oh, you're a fucking piece of shit," or "Oh, I like you because you're one of me." You know, everybody in the game has a motive. Everything there's some good, there's some bad, there's some whatever, and you kind of have to prove your points and make choiceful decisions on what's going on. With that being said, based on what we played so far, the story does have a lot of really good points. I like the fact that not only you can create your own character again, you start off as being a sage or a sage in training, and you basically they give you 2 missions to do your initiation. Um, you do those missions. One was figuring out that the water and food have been poisoned, the fish at least, and it comes from a mining operation, and that was harvesting gold. And the reason that it was poisoning stuff because they use a metal called quicksilver, which would clean the gold, but I guess they didn't fully do it well enough, and it started polluting the waters and everything around them. You go to the main fort for the Bridge Alliance. The doctor there makes you the thing. You go heal your people, and then your other part of it is to shut down the fort. And there's many ways you can go about that. You can either lie and make a false document, or you can try to convince the people to not kill your people and find better opportunities elsewhere. And that's what I did, and it turned out to be very beneficial. Mission number 2. The game starts disappearing, and a hunter group from your tribe have gone missing. You find them deep in the woods. One is fighting for his life against these wolves. 2 are in bear traps, like legit bear traps, and they've never seen this before. But you've seen it because one of your friends from your village is a traveler or a foreigner from another country, the Bridge Alliance. But he's a good guy. And he shows you about this apparently, and you do stuff, and you unlock traps. You find out that the Bridge Alliance has a hunting group, and they're just harvesting everything and anything for as much money as they can as possible. And yeah, you basically go back to the Bridge Alliance fort and tell the head guy, hey, these guys are stealing all of our people and or all the animals that we need to hunt too. I guess you need to hunt too, but like it's affecting our village already on top of what's affecting our village. Can you please stop them? He's like, yeah, we'll send them somewhere else. Don't worry. Another side mission. There's one side mission we never got to do, which was the ancient ruins, which I really wish we should have done, but oh well. Too bad, so sad. But going forward, as well, you do a lot of different things. There's a lot of side quests. There's a lot of main quests. So there's plenty to do in this early access. The story does continue off on a lot of notes of, like you said, people are out to make you look like savages. We kind of touch back on the Bridge Alliance, trying to use your people for bad. Because before, like, you were a delegate of the Congregation of Merchants. You weren't a savage. You were a Congregation of Merchant, dude. You were neutral. Now you're a native, and you kind of had to fight off the goods and the bads of what's everything around you. I liked a lot of these battles. I liked a lot of these things. Beautiful scenery. A lot of stuff could have been polished for it, but we're going with the pros right now. It's a good story so far. I like how it continues off where GreedFall left off. In a sense, we don't really meet a lot of the same characters. In fact, we haven't met any of the old characters, which it's kind of unfortunate. I would have liked to seen some old people kind of make reemerges in this early access to really connect the dots. So unfortunately, that didn't get to happen, but still a great story. What other good parts are there? Beautiful scenery, the intro music, great. Now let's talk about the cons, because I feel like the pros are very, very straightforward. Beautiful scenery, same landscape idea, and just good story. Now there's cons. So like, these cons that I have to say are not entitled to the game its entirety. And I'm going to try to minimize the stuff that's been from the early access side of things. So I have to remember that like a lot of the cons I have for this game right now, I want to exclude a lot of the buggy issues of early access as best I can. So some of the cons, the new updated fighting mechanic and system. This game previously was a very just free will fight. You see a monster, you go after it, kind of like mentality, right? Very Assassin's Creed like, and I think like in some of their advertisement before in the first GreedFall, they're like, if you like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, you'll like this. And around that time, or as Assassin's Creed style stuff. So I liked that old fighting style. So this new fighting style was very, I wouldn't say annoying. It just wasn't a particular style that I was a fan of. It was very buggy at times. It was very like I'd be in a fighting area and I'd have my people just like be broken. They're just standing there, just taking hit after hit, not even trying to fight. So that kind of sucked. I'm not a big fan of turn-based. Because here's the thing, it was very evident they took some ideas from a lot of turn-based games. I'm not gonna say specifically Baldur's Gate 3, because Baldur's Gate 3 is not the only turn-based game out there, right? But it had a lot of similarities to turn-based, but it wasn't also turn-based. Like you had options to do spells and different things, and you had action bar and action points with the sense of like turn-based, but it wasn't turn-based. And I think that's kind of what like the annoying factor for me is that was like it tried to be more free will attacking like how it normally is while trying to adapt and add some turn-based style mechanics into their thing. If you ask me personally, I really enjoyed the first game's fighting style, and that was my big selling point of why I wanted to get this. Great story, great fighting, a lot of adventure, and a lot of rich lore. And now that kind of like that middle point is kind of like severed at the legs kind of thing for a new robot leg. It kind of takes away from my allure from wanting to play it to that degree. Um, and I think one of the biggest, another big part of that fighting style is that like it gives you very limited time to, not really limited time, but like there's not much time to really learn the mechanics. So like there is in the very intro, in the very very beginning when you're doing the initiation versus the two monsters, but it really doesn't guide you well in my opinion, and I think they could update that about binding items, binding whatever. Um so yeah, the fighting on this kind of just really took a massive hit in my opinion. I think it's nice that you have companions and you can kind of control your companions and do different things with your companions. But um me personally, I would have preferred just playing and fighting as myself versus anybody else. Um I think that's one of the biggest allures of the game was kind of like I said, you get to be that Assassin's Creed like thing, and it kind of takes it away, it takes that element away, it makes it more turn-based Baldur's Gate 3 inspired or Baldur's Gate inspired or whatever kind of inspired turn-based style of combat, and it just kind of I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. But obviously you see me play the entire early access and what could be done. Another con, and this is something that I find very annoying almost, is you can't use consumables in the pause menu of your inventory. And I made a ticket about that in my whatever report in the game. I think that's such a huge miss on the development side, that like the only way to use your consumables is to hotbar them in the action area of your thing. Like you have to go to tactical view, you have to look at your action bars, you have to click on one of the open areas, you have to click bind, you have to go into your consumables and then choose something to bind, and then in your tac view, you have to hit that button, get out of your tac view, and let him conform the action. Versus just hitting the pause or hitting the select or whatever, going to your inventory, hitting minor healing, and then having like an option like use, and then choose someone you want to use it on. I think that was a huge miss, and I think it's very annoying, to be very honest. Because like even in Baldur's Gate, I can go into my inventory and just hit that, that potion or that whatever, and use it. So for that not being there or being an option, that is a huge knock on the gameplay and all that. Because like I said, after my first part, which I will be releasing this upcoming week with the God of War stuff, since now we're done with Godfall or GreedFall 2, not Godfall. Apologies, I was looking at the God of War image for my thumbnails on my other monitor. Um, it's such it's such a miss. It is an entire miss for a game that's kind of taking a new approach at something. That is a huge, huge, huge miss. Um, and I think it really shies away from playability in a literal sense. So, like I said, when we were doing the first part, uh, I got to a point where I was in a cave. I had potions, but I didn't know how to use them because I really wasn't like getting the mechanics and all that down. I had to make a report ticket, and someone in the report ticket, I think, not a dev, but someone in the community, gave me an idea how to do something, and that was my only workaround. Nobody from the team had thought to fix that. So thank you to, you know what? I'm gonna shout this person out. I don't even know who you are, but let me go to here. This guy, Drewsick, thank you for that fucking tip of advice. You literally saved the entire playthrough and what's going on here. I think that was a detrimental. Another big thing, and I think it's part of early access. So I'm gonna try to be just give a straightforward point and not like really like dive onto it. Is the graphics. Now, as we saw, I was playing on ultimate graphics, the highest graphics possible. And there were times where I was in groups and cutscenes in areas where everything was matte, everything wasn't rendered in, and it was just very, very, very just shader issue loading, whatever you want to call it. So that's a big issue. Because like I said, if I was playing on a lower setting and I didn't care about stuff loading in, wouldn't be an issue, right? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't want to care. But I'm playing on ultimate. I want the best graphics possible. I want the shades. I want the beautiful artistry to really pop and be vibrant. And I didn't get that. And that is something that I think my Nacon, I think that's the people who do the support stuff for the game. I think that's something they really need to look into, and the developers of the game, Greedfall 2, really need to look into why, at least maybe on my stream or maybe in my game or whatever, why the ultimate rendering wasn't rendering at all like it should be. Because there's a lot of issues like that. Like when my guy was talking, his teeth were basically his bottom teeth were basically clenched up to the upper part of the mouth. All I saw were the bottom gums. Um. So that was an issue. Um. Yeah, that was kind of a weird issue in itself. Uh. Movement felt stiffer than normal. Running felt stiff. A lot of things felt really stiff and sticky. I don't know how else to describe it, but I can't tell if it was early access or if that's the game itself, but things just felt stiffer and stickier than last that I remembered, but that also could just be me, so I'm gonna take that for a grain of salt. And I would say just watch the rest of the series for yourself. If you missed anything like that. A lot of loot, a lot of cool things, a lot of cool weapons, a lot of cool characters. Any other cons that I could really want to point out? Um, broken combat, not fun combat, rendering. We had a few crashes. I think we had like 3 or 4 crashes in its entirety, which is I don't know if that's high for an early access, but kind of sucked. That's where my fucking anxiety of like um pausing and saving came into play. Uh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, so when I'm looking at the support things, like this one boss was just she started fighting and hovering the characters. Fell to the ground once the fight was nearly over. It did not seem to fade. So just a visual glitch. Yep, vote for that too. Um, there's a lot of bugs. Just a lot of bugs that just need to be uh looked at. And I think, in my opinion, in my most humble opinion, I don't think this game is ready to be released fully. I think there needs to be a lot of cleanup. Um, and like, let's do this. Let's look at some of the support stuff and kind of go over some things like fast travel not working. We didn't have really issues. Bugs while saving send from bandits. Kind of take sneak around and knock out the enemy bandits and listen to them speak. When most of the enemies are knocked out, you approach. Oh, see, I didn't do that. I literally snuck in, saved, send, and we snuck the fuck out. Speak to do. When reaching refugee camp in Quest, the escape, generic native refugees and refugees camp have interactions. Named speak to do native peacefully. Not every refugee has it, but the peaceful ones. Oh, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of text issues, like a lot of buggy text that weren't fixed. They're like, it was like hashtag ing not group +1 reputation with underscores. I'm like, okay, there's a lot of grossness with that. Naya boss, yeah. New tattoos vanished during and after trial. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Oh, you know what? I didn't notice that, but I think they're right. CTD after first cutscene and what? After arriving to whatever the first time, the game crashes to desktop after the initial cutscene, but before the party selection comes up, replaying the sequence and returning did not cause the bug to reoccur. Okay. Menu logger opens after leaving the game running. Weird. I think that's just you, homie. A new evil restricted area guard patrol pattern issue. I don't care. That's a too long one to read. Too long, didn't read. Companions not retaining skills and attributes. Yep, that was fucking annoying. Anytime my party would not be with my party, and I went to go like, all right, here are your points, and they're like, oh, choose a new party member. If we got to switch around party members, I would have to reset attribute points. That was fucking annoying. Inman question, doctor and four cannot find the test results. Just me to wait. Yeah, you wait. Weapon disappears in combat. Yep, that's annoying. In the middle of a fight, we talked about that. Weapon just disappearing, like you're just swinging nothing. Female character eyebrow bug. Well, the main character you can see like light almost in my guy. I thought that was just kind of cool. It just happens to during the cutscene create the characters. Okay, blah blah blah. Okay. Reputation update display problem. Yeah, just random little things. I think that was the big thing. There was like random little things that were really issues that I just didn't really like think about in the much more because I was like in the mindset like, all right, whatever, cool. Has no skills at level 11. Trapper. Trappers still remain in their camp even though Fort Captain said he will send them away and the quest completed. Please remove the trappers from the camp to me. I agree. That's another one. Dang, there's so many things I just overlooked because I was just so wanting to play the game. Vlon? Who the fuck is Vlon? Unable to complete the missing scales quest. I went to the mines and found Vlon, then came back to Goban to ask about him, and instead I also returned the scales that I found while fighting the lizard. He gave me an item to give to Vlon. I go back and ask him if he is a donate god. There's no option to give him an item and it disappears. Another way is just to ask, but See, I had no issue. Maybe I just had no issue. Saves don't work. All my saves worked. Fast travel disabled after exiting the mines. The fast travel is grayed out on the map. I didn't have that issue. Fast travel locked after exiting the mines for the first time. I don't think I had that issue. Can't heal or use consumables. Oh wait, that's me. That's Russian. Game cannot run on an Idea Pad 3. Okay. Full screen and it failed with no recovery. Try to display mode with a full screen setting. Okay. Well, those are archived issues. Oh, here we go. Wait, those are archived issues. Chance to get stuck out in combat mode. 5 people won't like this. Okay, hold on. I occasionally get stuck in combat mode and can no longer interact with anything. I believe this happens when you finish a fight semi-close to other enemies. Uh, it first happened to me after I snuck past some Leolans, but got caught by a second group when trying to find out how villagers got sick. When this happens after battle, quick say, okay. I think a quick mitigation. I don't think I had that issue. On the game is unplayable, slow at resolution scale 200, but works great. When headwear is hidden, the player's character hair disappears upon entering a new area. A dying forest fails. Stumble upon 3 villagers before finding camp. Killed the dog. Saved the 3 villagers. Couldn't interact with any of them. Wandered around. Found camp. Went back and they were dead. And quest failed. No, the only thing I cannot interact with them. If you put it, I see. I didn't have that issue because I read my journal and my journal says I had to make them potions and then I made them potions, so I didn't have that issue. Bramble shackles works incorrectly. Whatever. No way to leave the mining area. I didn't have that issue after I figured out gameplay quest issue, graphics, hairstyle. Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of bugs. There's a lot of like just yucky bugs. Some of them minute and you don't really think about. Some of them just whatever. Oh, a lot of these are for Steam too. Any Epic Games? None for Epic Games. None for Switch. None for PS4. None for PS5. Oh, they're all Steam? They're all Steam reports? That's fucking funny. So yeah, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of polishing. There's a lot of things that need to get done in this game. So on a scale of playable, like good to go, playable, or fix it. Oh yeah, you know what? We'll do a 4-point scale. So there, it's good to go, playable, needs some buffering, and a lot of work need to be done. I would say it's in the stages of buffering. A lot of work needs to be done. It just feels like there's so many skeletal issues, like base issues wrong. There's so many things that are just not fully complete. Definitely needs a lot of rework and a lot of tuning and adjusting. I would have given it its total buffering issue, but like I think there's some also like necessity issues that are just so broken right now that I'm afraid of the other areas in the game being just as bad. So it's cool that we had like 3 or 4 areas to explore around, but it is just not ready to go. Obviously, it's early access, so we have to give it its grace and dues. But overall, it is something that is not ready to be on the market for full release. And like I said, these are just the issues that people have been recording. There's other issues too. But yeah, there's just a lot of issues. I think this game needs a lot of work. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for what it has. So On a scale of 1 to 10, right now I hate to say it, it's a 5. It's a 5 to 4.5. With all the small buggy graphical issues, the different combat, you can't even heal from the inventory, game crashes and all that. I wouldn't put this on the market. I would not let people buy this. I would not I would feel ashamed if people had all these issues going into a game. Like, or at least, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have these issues right now or have issues like this, and it just kind of sucks. But we'll see what the developers do. We'll see what the development team does um, in that context. Yeah, so that's gonna be my review of it. We'll give it a 5 to a 4.5. A 4.5 to 5. Not ready for full release. Needs a lot of buffering. Needs a lot of reworks. Needs a lot of things. Also, just one nitpicky thing, and I think it's just me. I get that a lot of this is surrounding around natives and all that. I think that's one of the issues I have is that like most of the dialogue that I've experienced, I think, was like with native people for the most part in the first half of the game. So they're speaking in their native tongue. And it's just, I don't know. It's just hard to kind of follow along, but that's just me. So I can't really say much. It's just a personal thing. I'm not totally against it. Just personal, just kind of like, oh my God, I got so much to read. I'd rather just mindlessly listen than read, but that's just me. Other than that, good stuff. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. It has a lot of opportunities, but it's still pretty good. So yeah. So we'll be releasing the videos starting next week. So there's only going to be 3 parts actually. We'll do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And we'll also release this part of the segment as its own video. I probably today, in all honesty, since now we're finished, and I'll just cut splice, and upload it to whatever, and we'll just keep going with how that is. And this thumbnail is not going to be the same thumbnail. I'm going to put like something up around it where it's like quote early access, so that people don't get confused that like this is the full on gameplay and all that. Or you know what? Maybe I'll just release all 3 or whatever. But yeah, so other than that, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining. And yeah, if you like what you saw, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's go do something different now. So where did that end? 341. Oh fuck, I gotta remember where I did it when I started. That's fine. Whatever. What do we want to do? Do we want to do anything else? Do we want to play anything else? Or just want to call it there and then just kind of pick up later on tonight with God of War? Probably just pick up later on tonight and call it God of War. Also, hello Skater, you called me a hoe. Hello Skater. Yep, I got my food. It's all good. How's your free? Bet, 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 bet. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna. Whoa, what did I miss? 4 bands? I mean, that's been like over the entire like stream. Like we had like the last couple streams we've had like at least one person, if not 2, come in and do phishing attempts. Like, suspicious link shit. So yeah. They all just showed up on my chat. Oh, that's awkward. No internet connection. What? I have internet. What? That was the first time it was 4 in a row. Really? What? I missed all 4? Yeah, you missed all 4. Either me or Skater got them. What do we want to do, Chad? Do we just want to end it here and then just come back tonight with God of War and continue the series? or do we want to play something different for like a little bit or see or whatever? I was quick with it. Sheesh. Druid, you just missed us finishing our talk about GreedFall 2's early access. And as you, it's kind of weird because speaking of Druid, I'm literally downloading the Royal Rumble playtest update right now. And yeah, it's it's just kind of funny how it just happened. Maggie Smith? Who is Maggie Smith? Play TC card shop sim? I don't have that. There will most likely be a new update this afternoon. I already got the update. Unless you're gonna push another update. New? So another update on top of the update I just got? Oh, okay. Dang, how many updates am I gonna get? It better be a juicy fat update, Druid. She was 89 years old. Yeah, okay, fair enough. But yeah, Druid, if you're ever curious about GreedFall 2, just know that my official early access rating is it shouldn't be huge, just tweaks. I get you. If you're curious about GreedFall 2, my official early access review is anywhere between a 4.5 and a 5, and on a scale of perfect to go, playable, needs some buffering, and do not put like rework, do not put it on the market. It's in between buffering and rework, do not put it on the market. I think there's a lot of there's so many bugs with the game, so many issues that I don't think it's ready to be a full-fledged game. I mean, it's going to be a full-fledged game, but it's not there yet. Yeah. So, unfortunately, it's a great game. The story is amazing. I don't like the change of combat personally, but that's just my personal take on that. But there's so many graphical issues, there's so many text issues, there's so many visual issues, save issues, crashing happening. And we were kind of going through what was the website? Nacon. I think it's the people who do the support for the game or whatever. We were going through a lot of their support things, and we were voting on the stuff that we experienced and all that. But yeah, I will say this: we'll put this back up, just have something up in there. If you've never played GreedFall 1, just GreedFall in general, I recommend playing GreedFall because that game is purely great. It's a great story, great adventure, great, one of my top 10 games of all time. This is unfortunately getting a lot of downfall from me right now, but like I said, I'm giving it a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Leeway, because it is early access, and the whole point of it being early access is that way we can report issues, call out stuff, and make reports and all that, just like how the community is doing. But unfortunately, I don't think it's ready to be released as of yet. I know it's an indie developing company, and this is like their third game ever, but it's just not there yet, unfortunately, and I hate that, but oh well. That's sad to hear. I mean, well, that's the thing is that the reason they put it in early access so you can do these kind of things. What they should have done was that they should have given the community the ability to play this early access without having to pay it. Like they should have made it free, or they should have done like how you guys are doing and give like beta test keys out. Let them play the early access session and report their findings, report their issues, report their whatevers. I think that would have been a greater opportunity. You paid for it? Yes, I paid for it because I wanted this game for a long time. I pre-ordered this game. I wanted that. But the only way to play early access is if you bought it ahead of time like I did. So unfortunately, yeah, you got to reward players for helping you make /fix games. Exactly. Like even if they gave you like a special like whatever like armor or weapon or if they do DLC, they give you a discount or give you the DLC for free or whatever. Just kind of one of the things, whatever, I get it. Or they let you stream the beta, kind of one of those things, and let you have some fun with it. I get that. Because the early access like I said, we just finished early access, and I'm gonna do it. I have 3 YouTube videos they're gonna go up about it, of each stream of it. Tell Druid Kate said hi. Druid Kate says hi from Twitch chat. But like with this kind of game, I feel like I know the game developers didn't want to like fully release the game, and they want the community's help, but making them pay for it without really going through everything and calling out all this stuff would have been rough. Like I said, they should have done like some beta code testing stuff. They should have done some open to the public kind of testing stuff to report bugs and issues. And that way, when the game is ready for full release, it could have been ready to be a full-fledged game. Druid says hi, Kate. So that's like one of those things. I can only imagine how annoying editing my bullshit out stuff for YouTube. Oh, I don't edit anything. I literally just upload straight. As long as it don't have copyrighted music, I just let it go, homie. But yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest letdowns. I mean, there's a lot of letdowns. I think personally they need to revert back to their old fighting style. This hybrid wannabe Baldur's Gate 3 fighting, turn-based-esque, non-turn-based fighting style was kind of a letdown. The fact that you can't use any of your consumables in the inventory pause menu is a letdown. And then just from all the graphical bugs, the text bugs, my biggest thing, Drew, was like, I'm playing on Ultimate, so this thing should look like crispy. And I was getting like shader issues, like just in middle of just random talking points. It just sucked. And I know this game is a lot to push out, but this shouldn't have been something you pay to have early access. This should have been something that they would have asked the community to be a part of to test this out. I think they would have gotten a lot better feedback, a lot better things, and I think people would have gotten a lot happier with what they could have gotten after. A lot of people like beta testing and like finding things out. So yeah, that's just my opinion. So like I said, overall, just away from how they did early access to the end of how we played the game, I'm giving it either a 4.5 or 5. I haven't really like landed anywhere because it like I said, it's good, but it just needs a lot of work, unfortunately, and I would not personally sell this out as a game myself. But that is it. That is it. And just a quick update before we end stream, because I just realized I haven't eaten lunch. I've only eaten breakfast, and it's coming to that lunch point. So here's what we're gonna do, chat. We got like 15 minutes left. I'll end stream 15 minutes, but we will talk about kind of the games and what we're going to be doing going forward for the channel. So we're finishing up God of War. So tonight we'll be doing another episode of God of War or another stream of God of War. And with Assassin's Creed getting pushed back till February now, I think this will give us a great opportunity to finally do our Assassin's Creed series and go through all the games, kind of give it little fun critiques and all that, and just kind of figure out why people like these games and what made these changes happen and what we should look forward to in the next game or in the series or in general. We also have the Watch Dogs series that we're going to be doing. So we might switch between 2 games after God of War, like how we did like GreedFall in the morning and God of War at night. We might do that, like, we might do like Watch Dogs in the morning and Assassin's Creed at night. We'll play some other games that I have in my library that I haven't touched. Like we'll go through Firewatch. Firewatch is a great game. I've never played it personally. I've just watched it, but I thought we'd go and experience that. We have Starship Troopers, but we might just play that for fun on a fun day. Some Call of Duty, some PUBG. When Throne of Liberties does come out on the 1st, we'll play some of that. This Friday, we have Rodent Rumble. Sorry, Rodent Rumble. I'm sorry. It's, name change. Forgive me, Druid. We have Rodent Rumble beta testing. So we'll be definitely playing that. Tiff or Barrel and Horse will be joining us for that. I'm super excited for that. October 10th, we will be. This is gonna sound really stupid. We'll be playing Backyard Baseball from 1997. If you don't know, football players Travis and Jason Kelsey have worked with a gaming company to revitalize the series. So the game is on Steam. We're gonna get it when it comes out, and we're gonna play it because Backyard Baseball was a childhood dream game of mine, and I've been looking for years for a good emulation, but I haven't found a good one. But now we have one. And it's a real game, so I'm excited for that. And like I said, we got a lot of other things to kind of go through. So if you miss anything of part of these series will all be up on YouTube in their selective parts. You can also go back on the Twitch channel and go through the VOD as well as the Kick if you're on Kick. VOD should be there. But a lot of the stuff will be on YouTube, but it'll be uploaded later as like series and all that, just depending on how many games we go through and the time space and that, how that goes. But we have a lot to play. So that's like the positive note on all of this is that we have so much to play. We have so much to go do. We have so much to experience that we never got to experience. So there's a lot to look forward to for the channel. And a lot to look forward to in general for all of us. But mainly, I'm excited for Rodent Rumble. I'm excited for more Assassin's Creed, finishing up God of War, because I feel like we're coming close to an end on God of War. And then anything else that may come our way later on. But, just one step at a time. If there's anything else you guys want me to see play, or have any ideas of wanting to see in general, or if you want me to continue doing stuff like reviews of games, let me know. I am working on a side project. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I'm working on a side project, just a personal project, where I give my review of games that I've been playing or I've played throughout my time as best I can. Not every single game, but like the games that I fully finished or can give at least a decent review over. I'll be making a Google Doc of that with a description. So you know what? We got time, so hold on. Let me open my docs. I don't want slides. I want sheets. Game grade sheet. So like right now, I'll show you this little tidbit. So like we have a lot of games that we're going over. Elden Ring, obviously, I can't vote on that. Diablo 4, still need to play. Spider-Man Remastered for PC, still need to play, but I have played the regular Spider-Man. But everything will have a link to the actual review I do, pros, cons, reviews, and comments, and a general score of what I think of the game personally. Obviously, these are just personal opinions, but if you're ever curious, we have reviews. Me, my buddy Lad are going through a bunch of games, so we have a lot to go for. Spectre Divided, gonna wait. Still need to play. I've actually been playing that. So yeah, we'll have that, and when it's ready for more release, I'll make a chat command, as well as I'll put something somewhere so that way people can just go look at game reviews of what we've done so far. But other than that, we're going to end right here. I'm going to go find some lunch because I'm starving. My body is sore. I'm tired from working out, and I want food now. So thank you all for joining me. Thank you all for being here. I'm sorry that some came late, some came early. But we will be back at this tonight. Bye. Enjoy lunch. See you tonight. See you tonight, Druid. Love you so much, homie. Love you, Cake. Good night. See you. Go make eggs. I will not make eggs. More than likely, I'm going to try to find something with protein. Good night. I don't know. I might take a nap. Who knows? Nap sounds good too. But I'm hungry more than anything, and I'm going to go find food. Thank you all for joining me. We'll be back at this tonight with God of War Part 5? I think we're on Part 5, yeah. So see you all later. Bye-bye.